Hello. Tonight we have the band Split66 that I'm interviewing, and again, like I said before in the last video, if you guys want to reach out to me to do an interview, so that way you can share it and post it and everything for promotional reasons, or just look at it and be like, cool, our band did an interview, definitely reach out to me. But mostly I like to do stuff like this so you can share it, and hopefully the YouTube will grow and we can do it for promotional and all types of social situations or social media reasons. But yeah, enjoy this video. Have a good day. There we go. Finally, fucking technology. Sorry about that. I'm just like, it's just like, audio's not connecting, and I'm like, you cocksucker. This is why my videos will not be monetized, so.
You gotta do all kinds of crazy stuff in order to get monetization anyway. It's retarded.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I have Instagram and TikTok, I guess. I can just advertise there too, so.
Right.
So you're with Split66, right?
That's correct.
Yep. And your name is?
Danny.
Danny. Okay. Hi, puppy. Alright, should we just go into it, or?
I do this.
Nice. That is a pretty good talk, too.
Thank you.
So how long have you been in the band?
Since its creation.
Nice. How long is that? Like a couple years or something like that, or?
Yeah. So, officially since last July.
Since last July. That's pretty good enough. Have you done any shows yet, or?
Several. We played just almost once a month for all of this year. Yeah. Done plenty of shows.
What's your favorite show you think you did?
Okay, so Pops was really, really fun, and they had great production. But I think my favorite was Creek Fest, because that was a battle of the bands type thing. We placed in that, so out of like 20 bands, we came in third. We didn't come in first, but I mean, we're going up against a lot, so I was glad.
That's still pretty impressive to come in that far. Crap, I lost my train of thought. What artists inspire you guys as a band, though?
We draw a lot from like the new metal genre. Slipknot, the people on your head.
Yeah.
Definitely them. Some Five Finger Death Punch, kinda.
Are you going and seeing them in October?
Probably not.
Oh, darn.
Just can't really afford it, you know.
Yeah.
We're doing the Punch thing in a couple of days, so got money put aside for that. But yeah,
that's pretty good. Have you met? Oh, what was that?
If I come up on tickets, I'll go. But
right, yeah, my mom got tickets, and she's just like, I got a bunch of tickets. Does anybody want to go with us? And I was like, sure. Hey, puppies. Sorry, my dogs are being loud. Right. Have you met any of your favorite artists or anything like that, or?
Not with the band. And I guess going to shows, I've met some of my favorite artists before, but not with this group. No, not yet.
Nice. Who would you want to meet, though?
I definitely want to meet Corey. I definitely want to meet Mick. I wouldn't mind meeting Ivan. I mean, I really wouldn't mind meeting anybody. You know, I like to talk to anybody I can. You know, you never know what you'll learn from them or what kind of story you'll get out of them. But
right, I've heard
anybody in our genre, I'd love to meet. You know,
I've heard somebody you used to work with. I don't know if you said he worked with Corey, like at a job forever ago, or if he just knew him, but he was just like, Corey, I'll talk your ear off. And he's just like, that dude does not stop talking. If you get him talking, he doesn't stop. Sorry. I gotta close my door.
Oh, you're good. I could totally believe that from
Right.
interviews I've seen of him.
I've
He has
heard,
the nickname the Great.
yeah. I've heard Mick is just like really quiet and like he'll talk, I guess, but he's just kind of standoffish a little bit.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that could probably get awkward between him and I because I'm the same way.
right.
Both just be standing there like,
So we were gonna talk about something, but nah.
glad you made it, man. Thanks.
Right, exactly. So so you haven't thought about like meeting any um oh, that's what I was gonna ask. Performing with anybody, like are there certain artists you'd wanna if you were featured on their music or anything like that, what's somebody do you think?
That would mesh well with.
Yeah.
So we Five Finger, all that remains as they lay dying. If they put anything, I know they're doing this whole new thing with everybody new because of what he did, but I mean, any of those would flow really well. Our writing style is a little bit all over the place. Like, we'll have some that's like radio friendly. We don't
Yeah. And
use
then some
we
that's
don't right, and some that like we don't use profanity at all, but some of our stuff is like super intense,
right.
and you can't radio won't take that. So,
A little more
but
extreme. Yeah, that's something I never
right.
understood. It's just like if you're supposedly about music, why wouldn't you put something out like that? But you have to pay the extra for that for some reason, like on XM and all that. You can get it there, but normal radio, it's just like, nah, we're not gonna do that.
Right. It's not. This isn't happy enough.
Right. This doesn't have enough morale. Never mind that half of it's depressing. Is you know that's something
Right.
that always gets me too. I'm just like, wait a minute. So, what's the craziest thing you've seen at one of your shows or at another show?
So I know we talked about this last time. Metal Fest. There was this guy that made his way in there, and it was on Metal Fest was on Broadway, on South Broadway, and I guess you'd call it one of the locals or the natives to South Broadway had made his way in. He had fashioned a T-shirt to be like a loincloth, and he
I
had nothing
remember
else
this.
on.
Yeah.
And he was climbing the tree, like his wiener was hanging out, and I'm like,
Oh, jeez.
one of the bands come up to me and he's like, "Hey, I don't know what you're gonna do about this." And I'm like, "About what?" He's like, "Well, look over there." I'm like, "Oh."
It's like, well, I don't know him. Shoot.
So I went and I got a bottle of water because he was like, it was evident he was homeless. I'm not
Right.
gonna be a jerk, homeless dude, especially when he's having a good time. But it was
There's
it
standards to
was
some.
I gave him a bottle of water. I'm like, "Hey man," I'm like, "I appreciate you having a great time, but you got to be out there. Like, you can't be in here."
Right.
Well, he found a pair of shorts. I don't know if he took them from someone or where he came up with them, but he found a pair of shorts, made his way back in, and then it was all cool.
Sounds good to me.
Covered now.
Really makes me wonder where the hell did he get the shorts from?
I mean, he came like right back.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Wonder if he's got like clothes just stored and stashed around the town or some shit.
I don't know. That's Broadway for you.
True. Um, what advice would you give to other musicians that are also starting out?
I would tell them, keep at it
Mhm.
and always network with anybody whenever you're given the opportunity. Don't do it unless you love it because it's not good for the money.
Right. That's a thing networking too. It's just where do you guys usually network with or
Anywhere we can. Every time we're at a show, we're shaking hands, talking to people. Brian's a very social person, so like he'll walk around in our t-shirts and people like, what's that? And he'd be like, oh, well, let me tell you about this, you know.
Right.
So just
Yeah.
anywhere we can.
In person's advertisement is good as well too. Is there a certain brand of instrument or you know what I mean, the brand that you go by or
Uh-huh. That would be primarily Mesa Schecter for guitar gear, and well, Chris uses LTD ESP guitars. He also uses Mesa though. We use Mesa cabs, Mesa heads. You know, you got to have Mesa when you're doing metal. That's what gives you your punch. DW drums, Evans heads. Yep, we'd love to
where
be endorsed.
where you guys usually shop for your instruments and everything?
Well, I've been put on parole from buying guitars for a while. so,
Nice.
but when I would see, like, this whole case behind me, that's all filled with guitars.
Oh wow.
I've got
Quite the collection.
yeah. So I would shop, like, there was one that I bought online, two of them I bought online because I knew what I wanted. But other than that, I'll usually try to look for like a deal on Facebook or something like that.
Nice. I've heard of some people that were buying on Marketplace or I know one of the people I was talking to, he goes through the
So
Guitar Center or something like that, and Mojo's Music and all that.
yeah, Guitar Center, they kind of went down the drain. Their service is crap, and most of their stuff is crap too now.
Is it
It's a shame,
true?
like,
They kind of manhandle their guitars pretty rough or something like that, or
and they just don't stock quality. Like,
right?
they have beginner crap, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
and then they have some like mid level, but they want like top tier price for the mid level stuff.
Oh
And
wow. Yeah, because
yeah, and
they there was a couple people I knew that had said that somebody had mishandled the guitar box when they were bringing it in. Basically, what they ship them in is like something that's barely protecting the guitar in the first place, and they're like, "Yeah, it got mangled and manhandled and all that type of shit." And I'm just like,
yeah,
how do you do that with a? I don't understand how you could do that with a something that's potentially $2,000, if not more.
or more, right? Yeah,
Right.
like, I bought my Apocalypse online, and I bought my Gibson online. But that was just, I knew exactly what I wanted, and that was the only place that offered it. Like, my Gibson was it's in a finish that isn't really popular. It's kind of a limited run called
Right.
Smokehouse Burst, and yeah. But anything else, like I know I like playing Schecters. I know I want a certain neck style, and I know I want a certain pickup configuration. So, I mean, if I could find a guitar on Marketplace, I'd rather pay $400 or $500 for a $2,000 guitar. I don't need to buy it from
Right.
the shelf. If it plays good, it plays good. You know, if it's been taken care of. So that's that.
That's good. What are the future plans for the band?
So we have a show in October, and we plan to spend the rest of 2022 writing and finishing our first album, and
Okay.
then we paid to go to the recording studio around March of next year, and then we would like to go on a small Midwest tour in May. Next year, we don't plan to play in our hometown more than twice,
Right.
because the idea is to kind of create a scarcity.
Hmm.
You know, that way your underdraw is better. And instead of just playing all these local places, we'll do less shows, but more further out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just kind of expand our listener base. That's the plans right now.
That's pretty good. What festivals would you like to play the most, do you think?
Blue Ridge, Blue Ridge Rock Festival would be awesome. I mean, really any festival. Shit. I mean, you're pretty much guaranteed to play in front of thousands if you get them festivals. So,
Right. Have you ever heard of the Louder Than Life Festival this year? They got like 95 bands, and I think they got like different stages and everything all together, kind of like
yeah,
Point Fest does.
yeah, yeah. I think I've heard of that. I don't know a lot about it, but I have heard of that one.
I've heard
A
tickets
lot
are
of these,
expensive, but
yeah, a lot of these festivals though, and like I've tried to sign us up for them. Because some of them you can self solicit, other ones you can't. You
right.
know, some of them have a booking agent or something, or from a record company solicit you, but um, the ones that you can self solicit to are generally a year out. So like if you're supposed to play in October, you got
Hmm.
submitted by August of the year before.
Oh
So
wow. So
um,
yeah, that's an pretty open window.
yeah, yeah, but I've submitted to a few of them. I can't even remember which ones at the moment. I know I submitted to Blue Ridge because it was open, and I'm like, holy shit, okay, let's try that.
Where's that one
But
at? Or
that one is in Virginia, I want to say.
oh wow,
I
I
think
think I've heard of that one, but I'm not too sure.
I sound like an idiot. Somebody's gonna be like, "No, dumbass, it's not in Virginia." I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. I was going to spur my head."
Oh, they ain't gonna. I won't let them call you that. I'll be like, hey, you stop it. um, do you have a? Oh, I already asked you that question. Basically, do
What?
you have a favorite venue? I don't know.
Oh,
Uh, did you have special story you wanted to tell, like at one of your shows or anything like that? Nothing like crazy or what was any stories you had about one of your favorite performances or something? Or
um, not exactly. Um, I do know. I don't have one in particular, but I there's kind of a story that I could tell, but it's not about one. For some reason, kind of a neat thing. Um, so when we started this band in June of last year,
mm,
um, it was right at the tail end of COVID, and venues were hurting for bands, so it was pretty easy to just hop on a show whenever. And since that time, we have, with the exception of this coming show in October, we have managed to book ourselves every single show 3 weeks out from the day it's booked. Even though we didn't try to do that, we were always like, okay, well, we always kept like a 3 week window for some reason. And that can get kind of stressful when you're trying to write music in between
right.
and learn new music, and the sets continually get longer. Um, that's just the first thing that came to my mind, because at one point we were thinking about changing our name to 3 weeks out, just
Right.
because everything was kept being 3 weeks away, 3 weeks away. Funny story. That was it.
That's pretty neat. Did you want to leave any social media I'll leave them in the description below too. So if you had any extra ones you wanted to put out there.
Um, Split66band.com.
Okay.
It's all together. That's our website. I mean, we can be found anywhere. We've put in a lot of work to make our SEO high ranked. So like you should be able to just Google us, and like all of our stuff should come up right there. But yeah, Facebook, Instagram, that's the best way to reach us right now. Besides the website, where you can also contact us directly through that. Um, be on the lookout for new music first part of next year, and be on the lookout for tour dates.
Awesome. Well, shoot. I think we're all done.
I do want to add one
So
more thing though. With that note
yeah.
of looking out for tour dates and stuff, you guys check out a band called Secondhand Sin. They're likely to be seen with us at a show.
Yeah.
We're going to try to work closely with them.
You sent them to me, didn't you?
I
Yes.
did.
So if but yeah,
Them,
if anybody stop it.
them and Chimeric, which are out of Joplin, Missouri. So
yeah. So
those bands are looking forward to working with.
oh yeah. So I'll definitely have to reach out to them and then do them interview with them. But yeah, if anybody wants to book Split66 or anyone that they work with, definitely.
66.
Oh, Split
66.
66. Sorry, I keep messing that up. But yeah, this is the end of the interview. And what was
Johnny
that?
Monego did this.
Oh, he did the same thing.
Yeah.
I can't help. I've been to so many. I half the bands that I see, I'm just like, I don't know how to pronounce them, so I just wait for them to say it.
Right.
But it's a
You'd
good thing
almost say
though. You don't want to
you'd
say it
almost say
wrong.
you'd almost say some people would be like, "Oh, you guys aren't metal. We can read your logo." Like,
Oh, I don't know. I think I'd rather like to read the logo.
right. Well, thank you, Luna.
But yeah, thank you, and have a good day. Rock on. All right.
Absolutely.
See you later.
See ya.